Did somebody say cookies? Yes, we're making trail mix cookies today. And they're not just any trail mix cookie either. We're gonna make 3 different kinds. Dark chocolate almond coconut, our tropical treasury, and our naughty and nice cookies. Okay, so to start off, we're gonna need 1 large mixing bowl so we can add in our rolled oats, then our unsweetened coconut flakes, followed by our almond meal. Of course, a little bit of salt. We have our baking powder. And last but not least, we have our baking soda. Then we're gonna stir it all up so it's well combined and all mixed together. Then once all of that's combined, go ahead and set that to the side. Now it's time to make our flaxseed egg. Because if you know me, you know I like to make everything as plant-based as possible. So we're not gonna use eggs or dairy in any of these recipes. So to make this egg, you're gonna need some flaxseed meal and some warm water. Then you're gonna mix it up really good with a nice whisk, and then go ahead and let that sit off to the side so it can get thicker. Now it's time to mix the wet ingredients. So go ahead and get a medium-sized bowl. Here you're gonna wanna add your coconut sugar, then your almond butter, as it slowly comes out of the container. Next comes our melted coconut oil. Then we have our vanilla extract. And finally, we can add in our flax egg that we let sit for about 2 to 3 minutes to let it get really thick and egg-like. Now it's time to mix it up with a nice mixer until it's well combined and all mixed together. Then once all that's combined and mixed together, you're gonna wanna go ahead and scrape off that sticky, delicious dough off the blaze. Of course, you can save a little for yourself later. And then scrape down the sides for you so it's all nice mixed together at the bottom. And then you're gonna take the wet ingredients that you just made, and you're gonna take that and add it to the dry ingredients. You're gonna wanna go ahead and mix these 2 together so they're really, really well combined and mixed together. Now this step might take a little bit longer than you think, so be patient and just keep mixing. And yes, you can even get a mixer to speed this process along. Now if your dough is still just a little bit on the dry side, it's okay to add a little bit of non-dairy plant milk into your dough to help it become a little bit more sticky and a little bit more wet. So then, after that's all well combined, you're gonna wanna divide the dough up evenly into 3 different sections. Because remember, we have 3 different cookies, so you wanna make sure you get enough of every one. That looks pretty even to me. Now it's time to make our first cookie, our dark chocolate, almond, and coconut trail mix cookies. So for these cookies, you're gonna wanna use dairy-free chocolate chip sliced almonds, sunflower seeds, a little dash of cinnamon. Then we have cranberries, and last but not least, we have our chopped dates. Then afterwards, you're gonna wanna mix that up until well combined and looks like delicious, edible, yummy cookie dough. That looks pretty good to me. Okay, next you're gonna wanna take a cookie scooper or a tablespoon if that works better for you. And you're gonna size out your cookies, and then you're gonna put them on a baking dish. That's right, because that's what we do with cookies. So you're gonna lay them out perfectly on a baking dish, and then you're gonna wanna spread them out just a little bit so they look a little bit like cookies and a lot less like round balls. Then once they're done, go ahead and stick them in the oven at a temperature of 350 for around 8 to 12 minutes. Then once they're done, take them out of the oven and put them on a wire rack. Oh my gosh, they look so good. Oh my goodness, don't you just want to eat all of them? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have such a hard time controlling myself. Now it's time to remove them from the baking dish and stick them onto either a baking mat or a sheet of wax paper to let the cookies finish cooling. And of course, the last step is a must. Now it's time to take pictures of your beautiful creation and post them all over Instagram and Facebook. And just like that, cookie number 1 is all finished and ready to eat. Oh my goodness, those cookies look amazing. And yes, they taste even better. Oh, I'm in love. Now it's time for our next 2 creations, our tropical treasury and our naughty and nice cookie. Okay, so here we're gonna try things a little differently. We're gonna try and make these cookies at the same time. Okay, so on the left-hand side, it's gonna be our tropical Treasury cookies, and then on the right side, it's gonna be our naughty and nice cookies. Okay, so we're gonna add our dried pineapple and peanuts, then our banana chips and smoked almonds, followed by our macadamia nuts and raisins. Then of course we have toasted coconut and popcorn, followed by our little secret chocolate candies, and of course our chocolate chips. Now it's time to stir them all up until they're well combined and they look like a delicious, delicious cookie dough that you just want to eat out of the spoonfuls. And then of course, to grab a cookie scooper or a tablespoon and start scooping out your cookies and then putting them right on that baking pan of yours. And of course, you know what to do here. Don't forget to spread them out so they look like delicious edible cookies. All right, now it's time to stick them in the oven. And then once they're done, again, we're gonna spread them out on a baking sheet so they can cool off. They look so good. Oh my gosh, those are our tropical treasuries. Oh my gosh, don't they just remind you of like being in Hawaii or Florida? Oh, they look so amazing. Okay, now it's time for our naughty and nice cookies. So again, spread them out on that cookie sheet, spread them out, and then go ahead and stick them in the oven. Then once they're done, repeat. Take them out so they can cool off. Oh my goodness, don't they look naughty? Peanuts, chocolate, raisins, smoked almonds, and popcorn all in one cookie? Oh my goodness, I think I've just gone to heaven. And that's it. Not only have you made one delicious and healthy cookie, but you made 3. So I hope you guys enjoy. And of course, make sure to follow me on all the social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and be sure to like my channel also and subscribe. And of course, let me know about your added ingredients for these trail mix cookies. And until next time, remember to stay beautiful. Bye!
These really are freaking good cookies. This actually is my breakfast. It's really sad, but it's okay. It's all good for you. It's healthy. All of the ingredients are good. So I don't feel guilty about having cookies for breakfast. Ooh, that's a good name. Instead of trail mix cookies, they could also be breakfast cookies. Yeah, these breakfast cookies. These are finger licking good.